Hey drivers, do you have a hazardous materials endorsement on your CDL and a transportation workers identification credential or TWIC? If you got both of those, how many background checks did you have to go through? Yeah, how many background checks? As it is now, if you're getting your hazmat endorsement for the first time, you actually have to go to a approved course, online or in-person course to get it. If you're just renewing, you just have to renew. But either way, you have to get a background check, I guess with fingerprints, and you pay for it. Unless by chance your company pays for your background checks for your hazmat, which I don't believe many do. There may be some out there. But unless you got that, you're paying for that. And if you have to get a TWIC card, you're paying for that background check too. And what's funny about that is both background checks are done through the TSA, Transportation Security Administration, I guess is what it is. They're both in the same place. So that's double the pay of what you have to do for that. Well, there's four senators in the U.S. Senate that have gotten together, and they've actually introduced a bill called the Transportation Security Screening Modernization Act. They want to modernize the screening procedures for getting these background checks done. So what they're saying is, if you've already got one, you're gonna have to get one, right? Say you already got your hazmat endorsement. If you've already got that, you should not have to go through a second background check and pay for it. They said that this is a burden. Of course, they invoke the driver shortage as part of their reasoning, that it just makes it harder for drivers to get drivers into the workforce if they have to go through two background checks. They say it's redundancy that we don't need, and it's a burden on the truck drivers to pay for both. And imagine how much red tape and how much streamlined things at the TSA would be if that would, like, maybe not cut in half, but a large significant portion of the people getting background checks, the number of actual background checks done would go down. And the weird thing to me is, how long have we had to have background checks for hazmat and TWIC? I've never had a TWIC. I've never needed it. I guess you just need it for like ports and high security places. But I've never needed a TWIC, so I never got it. I have a hazmat endorsement. But how long has it been since we've had to have background checks for this? Why have they not figured this out? Somebody in the TSA has got to say, hey, why are we doing this? And they should have fixed it a long time ago. And to me, I'm guessing it needs an actual legislative bill to fix it. I guess you think it would just be some kind of administrative procedure that they could do. Say, hey, this guy's got a hazmat already in place. It's current, and he's also applying for a TWIC. Let's just copy that over to his TWIC application and call it good. That's basically what it's all it should be, right? So they've just introduced this bill this second week of March, I guess. And of course, now what's it going to take? They got to get co-sponsors. They got to get it through the Senate. They got to get a vote. Then it's got to go to the House. And then who knows if this president will sign it. Maybe it might take long enough to where the next president would have to sign it. And so that's another story. But there's another thing about hazmat endorsement that I found out. If you fly a lot and you want to get the TSA pre-check, I'm guessing if you don't have a hazmat, or most people, they have to get that TSA pre-check taken care of, they have to have a background check too. So, but if you have a hazmat endorsement on your CDL and you want to go through the TSA pre-check line, which is you don't have to take your shoes off, and I don't know what else, but all you have to do is when you book your flight, in the booking somewhere, I haven't done it in a long time, my wife usually does it, there's a place called known traveler number. So all you have to do is put the two-letter abbreviation of the state that your CDL is in and your CDL number in that spot. And that should get you to go through the TSA pre-check line. So you have that already, and that's already in place. And I don't know how long that's been, and I've only heard it a couple of times. It's like it's secret or something. But you got that. So tell me what you think about TSA pre-check, hazmat endorsement, TWIC cards, and combining the background checks for all those. Of course, that'd be a good idea. Who's going to say they're not for that? But let's just hope that they can expedite it or doesn't run into any stupid problems with people disagreeing for some reason. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Stick around and watch some more videos. I appreciate that. I'll put a couple up here. If you've subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate that. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do. I would appreciate that. It would help me out a whole lot. And we'll see you later.